Well, most people have felt the sting of inflation at the grocery store. Things are getting more expensive. Packages, in some cases, are getting smaller. And one company that has been in the spotlight is Loblaws. Now, that's the parent company of Superstore, Shoppers Drug Mart, and No Frills. A number of people across Canada are planning to boycott Loblaws' own stores and subsidiaries. The boycott emerged out of a Reddit group. The page now has about 60,000 members, and it is supposed to take place for the entire month of May. Jeff Gobeil and his girlfriend are taking part in the boycott, along with his extended family that has actually been boycotting Loblaws for a lot longer and have already been at it. And Jeff's on the line with us already. Good morning.
Good morning.
So how long have some of your extended family members been boycotting Loblaws?
I believe about 2 years now.
Wow. And you've decided to get on board in May. How come?
Yeah, well, I never participated in their boycott. Like I said, they've been going on for 2 years. But when I heard about boycotting in May and spending our dollar a little more consciously, I thought, okay, let's see how hard that is, because I'm not even sure what stores Loblaws owns and is a parent company to before any of this.
Got it. So it's Superstore, Shoppers Drug Mart, and No Frills. Have you already thought about where you're going to shop instead?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Sorry, I got a bit of a cold this morning.
It's okay. Me too. My throat is. We'll be quite a pair.
But yeah, during the pandemic, there was this Pals Mart near my place when I lived in the North End, and we wanted for nothing. There was a lot of panic shopping, a lot of limit, only one thing of toilet paper, only one thing of Lysol wipes, and this Pals Market had everything, and they were happy to sell you and hang out and chat. So I thought it'd be nice to get back to that, go out of my way a little bit, go shop there, give them my business. Other little shops around the city, there's plenty of them.
So are you boycotting just Loblaws, or are you also going to be trying to bypass places like Save On Foods and Sobeys, some of the other bigger grocery chains?
Yeah, I was thinking about that as well, yeah. Walmart.
What's it been like for you trying to, tell me a bit about the grocery bills and what you've noticed in your family with products?
Yeah, so it was about a year and a half ago. This is a little bit of a backstory, but I actually made the decision to stop drinking. And I noticed that there was a lot more money in my wallet. And then over the last year and a half or so, I noticed there's no extra money, and my lifestyle hasn't really changed. And keeping track of my receipts, keeping my receipts actually has been a new practice for me. And I'm just noticing it's little spendings that add up, almost like treating granola bars like they're a special treat because they're extra expensive. I've had to make different decisions on cereals that I was buying. My budget has gone right out the window, and it's even hard to keep up with. Every time I feel like I have a grip on it, prices continue to rise. So it's almost felt like an evolving thing for the last year and a half.
You actually go so far as to use the term price gouging. Which is a serious allegation, but can you give us some examples of price increases specifically that led you to label it that?
Oh, God. No, I actually can't. I'm so sorry. I wish I had prepared something for that.
I was just wondering about the granola bars you mentioned, if you would have noticed how much they would have gone up by and trying to make sense of it.
I think last summer, maybe $3.50, $4, depending if I got them on sale or not. And then this year, I think I just spent $6.75 on the same box that just comes with 5 bars.
In terms of what prompted your extended family, some of your siblings, to be doing this for over 2 years, has it been Loblaws specifically as well, or have they made shifts to avoid major retailers?
No, they actually specifically mentioned Loblaws.
Earlier this morning, I want to play a clip here. We actually had this in our business news. So there's a list of demands that have come from people who are boycotting, as you likely know, including signing a grocery code of conduct and committing to affordable pricing. Here's what Ken Wong, who's a professor of marketing at Queen's University, had to say about whether or not a boycott will have an impact.
As far as retail sales go, I don't think it's going to make any difference at all, because frankly, when you look at the 5 major chains, there isn't a whole lot to distinguish between their pricing. So you can boycott Loblaws all you want, but if in boycotting Loblaws, you're simply moving your expenditure from Loblaws to another grocer, but not changing the size of your expenditure, because they're all responding to inflation, it's not going to have any impact.
What is your thought on that? That, if you've said you're going to go to, I think, a smaller independent grocer, and in that way sort of make your mark be known. But what are you going to do if you find prices are just the same as they were at Loblaw, that it goes further up the chain, and it's something to do with the supply chain,
Yeah, if my moving to smaller independent grocers has no effect on anything, for everyone participating at large, if it has no effect on anything, then I guess it almost comes down to me, how I feel where I shop certain places. If I don't feel good popping into Safeway, popping into Superstore, then I'll just continue to shop at the small grocers. They're cool people.
In a statement, Loblaws spoke to CBC Business News, saying, quote, as a business, we're acutely aware of the fact that we have to win our customers' business each and every day. The last few years, they say, have been tough for Canadians. We continue to do what we can to combat inflation at our stores, end quote. What would Loblaws have to do to win back your business?
The two demands that were made, signing the code of conduct and some more affordable pricing, that's good for me.
Jeff,
and maybe get rid of those self-check things. I hate those.
Jeff, thank you very much for your time this morning. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
That's Jeff Gobeil. He's taking part in a Loblaws boycott for the month of May. In an email statement to CBC Business as well, a Loblaws spokesperson also went on to say customers are, quote, getting real value at our stores, often the best across the industry, end quote. It went on to say, as a business, we are acutely aware of the fact, as I mentioned, that we have to win back our customers' business. So tomorrow we're going to continue talking about this on the show. We have a grocery industry expert on. We're going to ask in more detail if he thinks a boycott by some Canadians will impact Loblaws at all.